The age of the current-gen consoles is coming to a close with the release of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. We saw some truly amazing games come out on these platforms. Red Dead Redemption 2, Overwatch, God of War, Fallout 4, Spider-Man, Destiny 2, and so much more. What made our list for the very best games on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One? That's what we want to talk about this week on the FreePlay podcast.
You are listening to the FreePlay podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba, and you're watching the FreePlay podcast. We are live here on twitch.tv/LoveThyNerd every Friday that we actually have an episode. Don't get used to it.
Third week in a row. Come on.
Well,
great.
Don't get used to it because
I feel great.
It's going away, and then it's going to come back. So, but yeah, we're here. My name is Bubba. And join with me are a couple of my co-hosts and co-founders here at Love Thy Nerd. We've got Matt Warmbier.
What'd he do?
What that thing do, Matt? And we've also got Kate Katawaki.
Hello.
Hey. Matt, your hair's growing back.
It is. Yeah, I almost shaved my neck a little bit because I don't want to have... that way it distinguishes it a little bit. And
Well, it looks good.
You already see the gray coming in.
Yeah, Anna was worried. She was like, is it going to come back gray? And I was like, yes. That's how that works.
The middle part, it does it.
It does. It's not like it gets gray from the bottom up. From
the ground up. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think short hair on top, up here, is cool. I'm okay with it. I might just, a little bit longer maybe, but I kind of just miss the beard part of it. How am I supposed to Obi-Wan people?
You don't. I've already seen you trying to get a little bit of the think going here.
It's like when you wear contacts and you're normally wearing glasses. You're like, let me push my glasses up. Oh, just kidding. I'm just gonna my eyebrows. There we go. That's better. You guys don't do that.
Yeah, Kate, can you relate to that? Because I know that I can't.
Anybody
Sometimes
else?
if I'm wearing my glasses, which you guys have both tried on my glasses.
Have I?
Yeah,
you
did. I know you wore glasses?
Yes, because you were shocked, and then you tried the glasses on, and they were so heavy that you were shocked again.
This is great. I don't usually get to relive things for the first time twice, but I feel like I'm learning again that you wear glasses. And
it was at PAX South, and you tried it on, and you laughed.
And then you got me sick because I tried on your glasses.
Yeah, that also happened.
Oh, maybe that wasn't right. I didn't get sick.
Kate got sick. Kate got big sick.
Well, you said it was making you nauseous, so then we told you to take it off.
I felt fine.
That's not what you said, though. Huh?
My body adjusts.
Well, that's what she said. Yeah. Hey, speaking of bodies adjusting, here's the deal. So something happened to me today, and I don't normally have such timely stories to tell everybody, but I got a call at the butt crack of dawn, 9:30 a.m.
I was going to say, what was it, 9?
And who calls that early and wakes people up? I feel like it's just rude. But I got a call this morning at 9:30, and of course I let it go to voicemail because I don't need somebody to tell me not to go to the polls anymore. And I already have. I'm all caught up on my car insurance and all that good stuff. So.
But there's another settlement that needs your help.
Absolutely. I always answer Preston's call. Yeah. And Preston and Gondor. Those are the two I'll always answer. And so I get a call and I ignore it, but then I get a text message from the fraud department of my bank. And they were like, hey, here's a charge on your account. And it was from some gobbledygook long string of letters that do not go together in any language.
Did you type it in?
So no, I'm not trying to.
Sorry.
I'm not trying to give them.
No, just out of curiosity, just to see what it is.
I want to know what it is.
I know, me too.
Yeah. So go to the website.
So you don't know.
There is no website.
So you don't know what was purchased.
Well, so here's the deal. It was 57 cents. So 9 times out of 10, a 57-cent charge or something in that ballpark is a test. So if it goes through, if you're like, well, I don't know, I mean, maybe I got like some gum or something, I don't really remember at the Target, then they'll come back and they'll hit you for more money. And so I'll be real. I meant to hit yes, like I meant to send Y. Yes, I acknowledge this, but I actually put N. I replied to the text message with N, and that locks your card completely, locks it out. Like you have to go and get a new card. And so that's basically what happened. I called and she was like, hey, do you know all of these charges? And that's one of the most humbling things, like as an adult, is to like hear somebody read your charges back to, and you're like, no, I bought that. Yeah. It kind of sounds it does sound fraudulent when you say it all together like that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Did I really buy that much mayonnaise at one time? That's crazy. Wow.
That's something that would happen to me, is buying too much mayonnaise and then calling.
I got a mayonnaise story, but I'm going to save it for the podcast. Okay, I'll take a slight detour. I'll take a slight detour.
You know, mayonnaise is my favorite condiment.
It won't be your favorite. So I was scrolling on.
You're gonna ruin it for me.
I'm scrolling on Facebook Watch, as one is wont to do.
Of course.
And basically, this is me going through like the you can get into like settings of Facebook and all that stuff, and you can go change like the voting stuff, and you can change your weather and your location and blah blah blah. And one of those things that you can change the settings on is Watch, like Facebook Watch. But it also like shows you everything that's in your watch list just to kind of get you sucked into the black hole again.
Yeah.
And it works. And one of the things that came up was, it was like directly after some MMA video. So I don't know how the algorithm knows me better than I know myself. But again, it works. The next video after this was some woman setting the world record for the most mayonnaise eaten in 3 minutes.
I watched one bite of that and I immediately turned it off.
It was train wreck for me, because I was like, oh, maybe.
No, I couldn't do it. She was going to ruin mayonnaise for me, and I wasn't going to let her.
How much mayonnaise did she eat?
She ate the equivalent of 3 jars.
Which size of jars?
Like a nice,
Biggins.
A nice like Hellman's healthy size. It was a lot. It was far more mayonnaise than a person should probably even consume in a lifetime. And she did it in 3 minutes.
Maybe I could beat that record. But I usually like to have something to go with the mayonnaise. I don't just eat it plain.
Your fingers. Yeah, that's what goes
with
it.
I saw, and then I saw that somebody else shared it. Like who? It wasn't you that shared it.
That's where I saw it. No, it wasn't not me.
Who was it?
I avoided it.
Was that Vince?
Somebody else who shares your rhythm.
Was that Vince? Did Vince share that? I feel like
Al Gore's rhythm.
Yeah, I feel like Vince from Lucky Duck. He might have shared that. And so then I went looking for the absolute best GIF to put on that as a reply, which will always be a vomit GIF. But I had to find the right vomit GIF. You know?
Yeah. I feel that.
I think I found one that was like a white vomit arc.
Jeez.
One time I puked milk, and I know what that's like.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I've been a baby too.
It's a puke cast. We're in the puke cast. No, I wasn't a baby. I was like 8, so kind of a baby, but not much of a baby.
Yeah. I don't know how we got on this.
Mayonnaise.
Fraud. That's how we got on fraud.
Oh.
So anyway, I go and I get a new card, and I go to my bank, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you can come in, but our actual like card printer is broken, because we live in the future now, and you can just go to the bank and you will leave with a card." And so
that's crazy.
I don't understand how it works.
Well, don't question it. Just sort it out.
I just asked for 2 for the next
Internet
time it
stuff.
happens. Yeah, and so they didn't give me. They just gave me the one. But I end up having to drive 30 minutes away to the next one and get it. And so now I'm good to go. But it happened on my personal LTN card. So we have a separate account.
It was your LTN card.
But it wasn't the LTN card.
It was your LTN card.
Not from LTN. So I have a separate account that I put funds into to do LTN stuff.
LTN okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
which sucks, because that's where everything I do for LTN that I pay for comes out of. So we're talking Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Kickstarter, all of that stuff.
Well, someone stole 57 cents from your account, so.
That's basically what I told the lady.
No, you got it back.
I told the lady, I was like, look here, I'm not super interested in going through the whole process for 57 cents. Can you just turn my card back on? And she's like, oh, sweetie, honey, boo-boo, you don't want me to do that. If I turn your card back on.
Give me $1, okay?
Yeah, round it up. I'm feeling generous today. Can I claim that on my charitable giving? That's what I want to know.
Yes, you may.
So, long story short, I got one. I got a brand new card. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to spend some Skrilla.
What'd you buy?
You got to test if it works, right?
Well,
card,
no.
so
here's the deal. Now I've got to go, and I've got to set it up on all my other things.
Oh yeah.
And so
I look forward to that day.
I'm probably gonna just wait until I start getting notifications that the card didn't
go through, and then you just do that.
That's my Amazon account. My Amazon account has 15 credit cards on it, and I'm like,
I delete all of them.
I just use somebody else's most of the time.
Delete them.
Yeah.
Delete the ones that aren't mine.
Oh.
I delete the ones that are his.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All the above.
That's how I do it. Well, I mean, what else has been going on in y'all's world?
Okay.
I don't know.
This is riveting.
Well, I'm getting my body ready for the PlayStation 5. I've been doing a lot of video watching and comparisons and all the above. And I'm getting ready for this next week because it's practically here.
Oh, it really is.
And
it really is.
Yeah, it really is. You have to drive an hour away to pick up your Series X.
Yeah, so there's about an hour and a half just in drive time that separates me from an Xbox. Now,
One way or full?
An hour and a half full up and back, So also, that's not counting the time waiting in line to get it and, all that jazz.
Yeah,
so,
I was thinking about the other day, Luke and I were talking about how you're going to have to drive there, drive back, get ready, then start streaming everying. Yeah. Well, you going to do an unboxing?
Yeah, I have a little thing for a camera up here right above me, and so I'm gonna have it all set up, and we're gonna do it right here, and then I'm gonna hook it up, and I'm just gonna start live streaming the moment that I can, and everybody's just gonna see the process.
Well, Bubba, you know what? I would tell you to bring a book to wait in line and stuff, but I know you don't know how to read.
It'll be faster than that.
So bring a Switch, and you'll just get through it.
I don't need to do either. So when I stood in line to get the Xbox, I was there for 11 and a half-ish hours, somewhere just north of 11 hours. And I told myself, okay, hey, I've got all kinds of time. I'm going to watch The Expanse. I'm going to blow through it. Nope. I watched a quarter of one episode the whole time because I was either chatting it up with the people next to me or honestly talking to Matt and Frost.
Well, you know what's more important than all this new console release? Is that in 4 days, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to come out. And I've been checking the mail extra every day just to see if it came early special for me. But so far it hasn't.
Well, you might actually get lucky. You might get lucky and it might come early depending on where'd you get it from.
I did pre-order it over a week and a half ahead of time.
What?
Oh.
I know.
Ooh, is it hot in here?
Kate, are you feeling well?
So it's coming.
Okay?
It's coming from Amazon, but I didn't want what happened with The Last of Us 2 to happen with this one, where I had to wait and I pre-ordered it the day before and I paid the price. So we'll see. And you know what? Clausen texted me and told me that I could have the Assassin's Creed mask that came in the store manager's special box of surprises. So he said he's sending it to me. Clausen, this is a reminder.
So cool.
I got the same mask. Everybody close your eyes.
No,
everybody close. I got her close your eyes.
Everybody,
if you're watching, close your eyes, okay?
Okay,
no peeping.
Riveting podcast material.
Yeah, this one. Keep this in the audio, Clausen.
Bubba and I have our eyes closed.
It's kind of embarrassing to watch myself put this on.
I don't know why we're closing. We've already seen it. Why are we closing our eyes?
Okay, well, he said to close the eyes. You got to set a good example.
I think I'm ready now.
Ready?
Hey!
Yes.
Wow!
Little Annie. I didn't know he was in New Valhalla.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, this is a Valhalla mask.
It's not.
Kyle Matthews did not follow the instructions. He kept his eyes open the whole time.
Doesn't look like that. So.
Hey, Matt, are those prescription?
What?
Are those prescription? You can't hear.
Yeah, they are.
my gosh.
That's so good. We need to figure out a way to get your headphones inside of the headphone.
I just need to use,
Just,
Yeah.
just have Chad do it. Have
baby ones.
Have Chad
Ooh.
do it. He knows how to work electronics, doesn't he?
He poses.
does.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's working.
working. Well, Kate, what I was saying is you might actually get it soon because there are some people that are already starting to get their Xboxes, and we're not talking like influencers
Really?
or whatever. Like they just got shipped out.
Well,
They're like,
What
oh,
does
this should
that-
take
what
up
does-
to a week.
what
And
does
it's
it
like,
have to do with Assassin's Creed?
Everything.
If it comes from the same company, if it's the same shipping company that ships them out, then
Amazon.
I just got charged for my PlayStation last night at midnight. I mean, that's ridiculous. Give me a freaking break. Don't take my money at midnight.
see, I don't. That's everybody's been saying that they've been getting charged, and for me, I'm like, I got charged the day of because I bought it at GameStop.
Well, I went right to the horse's mouth.
The Horpin's mouth.
PlayStation.
Right to the Horpin's mouth.
Yeah, we still have to pay off the Xbox, Matt, when you get there. So
I'm gonna go on Tuesday. Yeah, I
Bring-
have the card ready to go.
bring your
I've been warming it up.
yeah. This
not mine.
this Xbox, just so everybody is clear, we are going to be giving it away. It's an
Ooh.
Xbox Series X video game. Future is now console. We're going to be giving it away to sub only peeps here on the Twitch. And we're going to start the giveaway November the 10th when we have it in hand. We're going to start that. When I start streaming, we'll launch the giveaway. And then it'll run all the way through when we do our 15-ish plus hour stream on December the 2nd, which is Giving Tuesday.
Yep. Tuesday.
Which, spoiler alert, as if that wasn't good enough, that is when this is happening. Matt, hold them if you got them.
For you two, I refuse to participate in this barbaric.
December. Remember the 2nd of December, okay? Because that's when this thing is happening. We're going to be doing the Pocky.
This mistake will happen.
The Pakwai one chip challenge.
I wish I knew how to say it for real. Like it's. I don't think it's Pocky.
You don't
Call
think so?
them.
Is there-
Write them an email
It's Pocky.
Just call them. I bet they like
Call
that's how
them
they,
up.
like their voice recorder starts.
and say, hello,
Pakwi.
how do you pronounce
Packy.
the name of this? Please help me.
So the thing about it is,
Pachycephalosaurus.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. The thing about it is that these things they're distributed from Austin, Texas, which literally is right up the street from me.
You could have just driven to get yours and save the money
I could have,
on shipping.
but it came from. Where did it come from? Missouri. Hold on.
I think you're saying it wrong.
I meant that Misery. I read that wrong. It came from Missouri City, Texas. What? You can't just do that.
yeah.
Campo, the chip challenge is on Giving Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday, December the 2nd. So make sure you're just going to want
That's
to
the first of that.
December the 1st. Tuesday, December the 1st.
Well, no,
Hey,
let me look now because I don't trust either of
don't
you.
fact check me,
It's
okay?
the first. It's for sure the first.
It's the Tuesday that is the first one in December. Yeah, 2 days. But you're going to want to join us.
Pachycephalosaurus.
You're going to want to join us right here. I mean, like right here on twitch.tv/lovethynerd, if that's where you're watching this podcast. If you're listening, like I just said, go to twitch.tv/lovethynerd. That's where you want to be. Make sure that you are subbed. That's a pretty dang good deal. So any level of sub, whether it's you're a gifted sub, or you're a prime sub,
Yep.
or you are subbed at tier 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter. Free, if somebody gifted you a sub, that's a pretty good deal for an Xbox Series X if you win it. Just 100% free. Even if you do the top tier, the tier 3, $25 a month, that's still a really great deal. $25 for, I wouldn't even say this console is $500. I wouldn't say that. What I would say is that it's kind of invaluable at this point because you can't get them. Like it's
Yeah, I'm going to enter to win, so...
well, too bad. Anyway, you guys are going to want to join in on that if you can. it's going to be cool because you're going to be able to enter even when we're not streaming. We're just going to let it run the whole time, though, so that we're not going to do any other giveaways in the midst of that. But when we do our Giving Tuesday stream, then that's when we'll close it, and we'll give you time during that and all sorts of stuff. But hey, I think we're going to take a break here, and then when we come back, we're going to be telling you some of the games that we're playing. So stick around for more of the Free Play Podcast.
What up, nerd? We hope you're enjoying the podcast. But did you know that Love Thy Nerd showcases most of their content on LTN Radio first? That's right. Check the schedule and listen to most of our shows before they're available here over at ltnonair.com. And while you're streaming, you'll also hear the best mix of Christian rock, rap, pop, and indie, and even some content made exclusively for our radio listeners. Stream directly from ltnonair.com or download the Live 365 app and favorite LTN Radio. And let us become your new daily soundtrack. You'll be glad you did.
Well, welcome back to Free Play here on LTN Radio or Spotify, iTunes, any podcast network, wherever it is that you are finding us, or live right here on twitch.tv/lovethynerd. Thank you so much to everybody in the chat. We've got MDBs here, Falvo's here, we've got Kick, we've got Alention, we've got Frost, we've got Caffeine. There's so many people.
The elite.
Stream
are
Elements is here. Oh man, just
my number one fan.
everybody. And if I didn't, Tony's here. If I didn't call your name out, it's just because you haven't said anything in a while. Al's here, our Canadian representative, our Canadian delegate.
Yep.
Commander Root's here.
Who?
Commander Root.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, Commander.
Jello G. Wello.
Oh, wow.
Shrek
You just
V1.
opened up like who's in the
Andy's
chat.
here.
They can't hear you.
Matt's here.
I'm here.
They're all here. Kate, I guess Kate's
Kate's
here.
here, yeah.
It says Kate Dangerous as
Oh
well.
yeah, Selfers is lurking because that's it's his job, man. That's all he does. He just lurks.
Kyle Matthews is here.
So
riveting podcast material again.
Eating his pizza with freaking candy corn.
That which basically is a sin. Just in case anybody is wondering, you need to explain yourself, Kyle Matthews. What? ... question mark.
What's wrong with you?
We don't have a better way to ask that question.
We need clarification.
Hey,
so
we say all this. We call people out in the chat because like you can all, if you're listening to this not on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, can be in the chat, hanging out with us, chatting with us while we do this here episode.
Absolutely.
And we want you to do that. We do have it set to subscriber only chat because it's a little bit of a perk we want to do for those who are subscribers who
thanks for
listen to us
subbing
frequently. So yeah, thanks.
for
and
being
I'll tell
a
you this. I'll tell you this about the Twitch chat.
Can't wait.
It is entertaining. It is funny.
No pressure, chat.
It is mind blowing. The chat and this episode, you will have your mind blown. It is extremely riveting.
There's hype cheese in the chat.
Cheese in the chat. Cheese in the chat, guys. Thank you so much.
And you just should be a part of it.
Okay, so let's move this puppy forward here a little bit. But just make sure that you go and hang out with us on Twitch. We are talking today about games, like the best games of this console generation. But before we get to that, before the new consoles come out next week, we want to talk about some of the things that we're playing basically on console eve. That's what kind of this week is. So Kate, what have you been playing?
Well, recently we talked about Assassin's Creed Unity and it just like being hot trash. And I did mention that, well, you know, it was like the first Assassin's Creed on a next-gen console, which at the time was the PlayStation 4. Looking at my game shelf this past week, I thought, what's the oldest game here? Let's see how it holds up. It was Assassin's Creed Unity. I put it in, started playing it. I hate it.
Okay, perfect. Assassin's Creed Unity is the oldest game on your shelf?
Here's why. When I had a PlayStation 3, I had all kinds of games. But guess what? When I traded it in, I got rid of everything.
Yeah.
Like an idiot. Because now I wish I had those for like collectible things. Exactly. So that is why that's the oldest game. The oldest PlayStation game that is here.
Okay.
So I didn't even make it to where the initial credits where it says Assassin's Creed Unity. Didn't even make it there. I shut it off and deleted it because it was just clunky as all get out. It was
How
irritating. The faces were totally fine. They were not the problem. There's this big event where you've been in prison. You break out of prison with this guy who calls you piss pot. You're standing at the edge of this
Would
like.
you watch your mouth? It's a family program here.
You're standing at the edge.
Pee-pee pot, okay?
TT pot. We'll go TT pot. I'll meet you
You're
in the middle.
standing at the edge of this like tall building, and everybody's riding in the streets below because it's like French Revolution France, and you have to do a huge jump down, and that's when the credits come up. So I was standing there trying to jump, and the music just kept repeating over and over and over and over, and I couldn't jump, and I said, forget it.
Okay. Yeah, language warning. Sorry about that, guys.
I'm sorry, but that is like the key thing about this character is that he says that, and he calls this dude that.
I'm needing an emote with Kate with an X over her mouth.
Listen,
please.
the most intriguing thing about
like it.
Assassin's Creed Unity is the tie-over that it has from Assassin's Creed Rogue. So the beginning of Assassin's Creed Unity is the end of Assassin's Creed Rogue. And
I think it's pronounced Rouge.
No, it's not. It's really interesting, and if you're into Assassin's Creed lore, which no one is besides me. So then after that, I didn't know what to play, so I hopped in the PS Plus, realized it was the last day to download some of the stuff there for October.
What did
I
you get?
downloaded Vampire. And I'm actually... No,
You're saying it
I'm...
wrong. It's vampire.
Is it?
You
Vampire.
have to
I don't
like
know.
You're
gnaw
not
as you're
the
saying
Y.
it.
Yeah, the Y.
I don't know, but I'm really intrigued by the game. I was talking to Chris Gwaltney about it earlier today.
Right. He loves it. Yeah.
No,
Does he
didn't.
really?
He didn't finish it.
Oh, he told me he was really enjoying it.
He was, but
Oh,
he
I
didn't.
loved it.
He was,
I
but
enjoy games that I don't finish.
no.
I mean,
He was, but he didn't finish it. So I've been putting some time into it. Basically, I'm a vampire, a new vampire. It's 1918, Spanish flu epidemic in London. Pretty interesting setting considering the times.
Is this Animal Crossing? Sounds like Animal
It's
Crossing.
Animal Crossing. My complaint about
vampires.
this game is the map is very maze-like, and it keeps giving me like dead ends into gates that I can't open, and it's really irritating. But the story to me is intriguing. There is a lot of talking. There is a lot of dialogue. There's some like neighborhood. What's it called? Hey, why are you guys both typing when I'm trying to tell a story?
I'm listening. Kate, let's just be honest here. We do this on every podcast we do when we record. Like we're Googling stuff.
But
Yeah.
we're on
shopping.
a live chat right now.
We're
It's not just
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
they're
You know what?
fine. Everybody's Googling something too. Like,
You're
all
just,
Googling
ridiculous.
something or
What
other.
if you really
What
would
was your
like
question?
this game and you weren't listening to what it was?
Kate, I was listening. Animal Crossing meets vampires. I got it. Don't worry.
Is that what you said?
Unbelievable. No, just no.
It's the
See,
same
you
dang
didn't
thing.
even freaking
You have a village
know.
you're building up. You're kind of lost.
That's-
This is what you said.
That's
You
not
said
it.
you're going through the city. You keep you're running into like dead end areas. You're not sure where to go. The thing about it is it's villages or what do you call it?
That's not what I said about.
And then
that's not at all.
then you yelled at us.
That's not at all what I said.
Kick says that you guys were sending messages back and forth anyway, so I don't want to hear it.
I haven't checked my
Right,
phone.
right,
But,
right,
okay,
right.
Vampire. It's
Okay.
pretty cool. I'm glad I paid
we said you were
$0
saying
for
it
it.
wrong.
It's not the worst game I've played. It's not the best game I've played. Let's see. How many more days? 4 days till Assassin's Creed. It'll keep me busy until then.
Well, we'll see.
I think
Good.
I think the
Good
story's
luck.
interesting, and I have a lot of questions. And there's a neighborhood dynamic where like everybody's sick, and I can help heal them, so that when I drink their blood, it's better for me. But
That's kinda selfish, don't you think?
I accidentally killed a whole neighborhood.
Is the save button and the kill button? Is it the same button
No,
like
the
in
whole
Red Dead?
neighborhood died
Like
because I thought somebody was worth saving.
Pet horse and
But
punch
then
horse.
he killed
Yeah,
the
did
whole
you? I was going to ask if you
neighborhood.
punched your horse by accident.
There's no horse.
Did you accidentally bite a neck when you were trying to kiss
There's
somebody?
no.
Give me a little kiss.
There's no horse or anything. So
Well, not with that attitude.
there isn't. It would have shown itself in this game. So something new, something different that I'm playing. Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not playing Red Dead. That you know of. So
I have. Get out of here.
so Matt, what have you been playing? I'm dying to know.
I'm so glad you asked. The other day, I guess it was just a few days ago, streaming here on the old Twitch. And I've been trying to we found that my sweet spot is just random games.
Oh, absolutely
I think
it
that
is.
we found that. And, I will play the the AAA like Spider-Man and, you know, Red Dead 3 when that comes out, you know, things like that, Zeldas. But Bubba and I, we back in February, I guess it was, at PAX East.
Yeah.
Seems like forever ago. We were able to play the demo of Streets of Rage 4. And if you had played any of the Streets of Rage games, I hadn't played since the first one, I think. I may have played 2, and that's way back on the Sega Genesis, probably.
Sega.
Super Nintendo. Sega.
It was definitely Sega.
So I played it there, and like I was like, man, this is like, you get all the old feels of playing the old games, but like with a modern twist to it, like 4K graphics on my 4K monitor here.
Wow.
Ooh-wee.
So I played through quite a bit. I think I played about an hour before Bubba was like, "Oh, that's right, you're playing today. I want to hop in here and see that."
Yeah.
So I ended up dying for the first time, which
Of
is kind
course.
of a lot for me. I made it pretty far without dying, like all my lives.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So looks like my family's trying to turn Hamilton on in the car. So sorry about the music going away there. Listen to Hamilton now. That's what you get for sharing one Spotify account.
Yep.
Don't let them play it, otherwise the stream will get shut down.
No, they're playing on Aaron's phone. It's fine.
Praise.
So made it through, and Bubba was like, "Hey, I'll play with you. Let's figure this out." So he friended me on the Xbox computer thing, Computron.
Computron.
And I was like, "Oh, okay. I'll open it up," and I set it to a public server.
Big mistake.
I'm waiting a little while. It was a big mistake. I just figured
Big
you'd be right
mistake.
in. I wasn't worried about it. Like, you'd be right in. So somebody, Swanky Raindrop, jumps in.
Our boy.
And
Who's
our
that?
boy Swanky.
Your boy Swanky Raindrop.
I have no idea, but Swanky Raindrop was just going crazy. Like, Swanky Raindrop was using all of his or her specials and wasn't being very helpful. We ended up beating a level or two. Did we beat 2? It wasn't a ton, but we ended up beating a couple levels maybe before we died, and Swanky Raindrop was no more. But this podcast goes out to Swanky Raindrop.
Yeah, whomever Swanky Raindrop is, which is it? I don't like that name because I want to say Swanky Wayne Drop. Like, that's what my mouth wants to say. Swanky Wayne Drop.
Well, that can be your
careful.
username. You can change all your usernames to that.
It's done. Yeah.
Swanky Wayne Drop.
Wayne Drop.
So we ended up Bubba ended up finally hopping in. I changed it to a private server, and we ended up beating the game.
Yeah. Shocker, right?
Wow. Bubba's first beaten game of the year?
It actually might be, yeah.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be. It seriously probably is.
I was honestly surprised how short the game was. Was there 12 levels? And they were not super difficult. There were some more difficult parts, but overall, like, if you have Game Pass on Xbox, I recommend playing this game.
Oh.
I know. I only have 3 months free because of Discord Nitro. So I'm able to play games
Nitro.
on Xbox.
Huh.
I think you're going to end up keeping it moving forward.
Hey, don't put that on him, all right?
No,
Let
it's
him
done.
make his own
Put it on
choices.
It's done. No, it's I curse
So
you.
many unlocks. Yeah, there are, like, I did notice after we got to a certain point that like we beat the game and you level up the bar, and it unlocked the original Axel from the original game,
8-bit
like
Axel.
all pixelated 8-bit Axel.
Or I guess 16-bit.
Doesn't matter
he
how
had
many
enough
numbers.
bits. He had a few bits short of where we were right now.
Okay,
He was 8 or 16.
Yeah.
I'm at 4K. I don't know. So, like, overall, like, it is a super fun game. I don't know if it's worth the price tag. Is it 40 or is it 25?
I
If
don't
it's
know.
a 25 game, I think it is.
It's
it's a
exactly
$40
Game Pass
game-
dollars a month.
If it's a $40 game, try to rent it from Blockbuster, okay?
You know
right.
I'm a
Yeah, we all
Hollywood
did.
video guy. Why would you say that?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Get outta
I'm
here.
so sorry. Not only did we play that, I was also able to play a little Lord of the Rings living card game. And
Oh,
I'm moving
again.
on. Well, we gotta move on. I'm playing through the saga expansions, and we made it out of Moria last time I played, and then this time moved into Lorien.
Yeah.
Got our gifts from the Lord and the Lady of the Woods,
Ooh, okay.
and we're moving down the river And this one's a little more difficult because you're not playing through one staging area. Everyone has their own staging area because Frodo has disappeared. He's going off on his own. And we're trying to find him. Okay?
He probably has the ring
Difficult.
on. He has the ring on.
Classic Frodo.
Classic Frodo. So, super fun. Ended up beating that one and moving on. So, looking forward to playing more of that. If you like really hard card games,
No.
I'm good.
You don't. I'm not talking to you, Kate.
Oh,
I'm talking
sorry.
to everybody else. If you like really difficult games that are like you have to like work together, or you have to be very thoughtful about your moves, like this game is so good. Bubba, it's not for you either. This game is so good. Like
Go fish. Yeah.
honestly, it has gone ahead for me, ahead of Marvel Champions as far as games I like. I know.
Matthew
Honestly-
Warmbier.
I really enjoy Marvel Champions, but the story for this and the way that like you can play different types of games every time you play because they're varying the rules enough between scenarios like that it actually feels like you're like playing.
I also think that
different
you
games.
like the Lord of the Rings universe more than the Marvel universe.
Oh.
Answer.
I will say that I like the movies more than all the Marvel movies. I like the Lord of the Rings movies more than the Marvel movies.
But
And
that's
so I
just
think because
movies,
of that,
though.
I
Well,
think because
just-
of that, I lean more towards the Lord of the Rings. I think that it is timeless. I think that Marvel has, you're hitting and you're missing. Like, did you like this Wolverine? No, I didn't like this Wolverine. I liked this Wolverine better. And I liked when Wolverine, didn't have any hair and he didn't act like a child. But, like, I liked this Iceman better from Ultimate X-Men than I do like the Marvel. Like, there's just so many variations for Marvel characters. And you know that with the Lord of the Rings, it is one succinct story that you're not going to get much more to it. Like, it is what it is.
I hear
Well-
you, but I'm going to
Yeah,
ask
I
you a
know.
follow-up question.
You're going to change my mind, aren't you?
No, my
I
question
think
was
so.
enough. Just leave it. My question was enough.
When you shaved your head, top and bottom, did you go
Right.
as
I went as
Professor
Elrond
X,
from the Lord of the Rings.
or did you go as Gollum?
This is the last housely home. I'm Elrond from Rivendell.
I see it. You look exactly like
It's fine.
him.
Hey, it's okay.
I'm
Like,
just
I get it.
saying. I mean,
You know what? 3 years ago, I went as a Lord of the Rings character. I went as Aragorn. I had
Of
the
course.
giant cloak. I had the undergarments,
What?
and I even wore undergarments.
the loincloth.
No, I had like the cloak. I had the whole ensemble. Erin was pregnant. She went as a Death Star. I mean, normal stuff. We'll find it. So right now, in my body, in my brain, Lord of the Rings is tops for me.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Now, when Spider-Man comes out, I'm going to be all Spider-Man all the time. But Lord of the Rings is always going to have this love. And I just am realizing just this past week that first movie is almost 20 years old.
I know.
It feels crazy.
That's so
to me.
crazy. That first movie gave me such bad nightmares after I saw it because the ring.
Oh, the Nazgul?
The ring.
Yeah. I had really bad nightmares. I was in middle school when I saw it. I was in 6th grade.
It's pretty freaky, man.
And I didn't know what I was getting into. And my friend said, "Do you want to watch Lord of the Rings?" I'm like, "What's that?"
Well, and then you had the jump scare, right? Bilbo. Like,
Yeah.
that
got me
what the
too.
This is Halloween. What's
That
happening
got
right
me
now?
too.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man.
That's
that
it.
for sure got me.
Turn on Care Bears.
I think I saw Fellowship of the Rings more times in the theaters than any other movie
Wow.
I've watched in the theaters. I think I saw it 7 times.
You saw it that many times in theaters? Mm-hmm. Nah.
See,
I loved it. I loved it so much.
I feel like that's the movie
Loved
I've
it
probably
so
fallen
much.
asleep in the most is Lord of the Rings.
Stop.
No, listen, hear me out. It's not because it's
No.
boring. It's not it. It's just like it gets to like they're at Rivendell and I'm like, this is sleepy time. This just is sleepy time for me.
No, this is when
No.
the moves are being made.
Just calm. Like,
Nah,
I was
man.
Like, calm.
Give
Like, I was
me-
like, finally, Frodo's fine. They made it. It's October the 22nd.
So it is almost Halloween. That explains a lot.
Whatever. Bubba.
Anyways, that's what I've been playing.
What have
Bubba,
you been
how about
playing?
you? That was a big.
We got to
side-
move this
side
show
detour.
along. We're
Oh,
dragging along.
I'm gonna
here.
move it right along to everybody's favorite segment. Well, Bubba plays Destiny. And
No.
All right, that's going to be
Pass.
the podcast, everybody.
That's it. We're done
So-
for today.
this past week, I got 2 exotics from Destiny 2. I got Outbreak
I don't
Perfective.
think I like the sounds of that.
Ooh, mamacita.
Sounds very dangerous.
It does.
I got the Outbreak Perfected, and I also got Whisper of the Worm, which yeah, Kate knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
These are the way that I wish, like, every exotic item in the game. This is how I wish that you got them. Not like specifically, but you go on quests, and you have to, some things you have to find special or whatever. It's not like very outlined for you. But I'm not a huge fan of like a random drop of a weapon or an item or something like that, because that's what is like real grindy in a game. It's like, well, you got to keep doing this, and you might get a thing. You also might not get the thing. So I would much rather have a difficult quest that you go on with your buds that you can get something with at the end of it. Like, you have something to show for it. It's not like you go through that thing. You do, like, even this is a beef that I have with raids. Like, you go through all the raid and you still don't get the chest piece that you needed. That's the whole reason you spent.
You still don't get your surprise that you
spent 8 hours in that raid and you didn't get the thing you needed. And it's like, I gotta freaking do that all over again. So I don't know. I really like that. And the way that Destiny is doing stuff is it's phasing out. They're calling it vaulting. They're phasing out a lot of like areas in the game, and then they're also phasing out a lot of weapons. So you can get weapons. You can still get weapons, and you'll be able to use them. Some of them, most of them in the new game, but then like some of them they're capping. So the light level, the power level, all that stuff is going up in the game with Beyond Light on Tuesday. With some of the stuff, but not all of it. So like a lot of what we're looking at is, okay, hey, what can we go and quest for and get in a timely manner? And that will be able to be upgraded, in the new game.
Can I interrupt here real fast?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back like just a couple minutes. You said you spent 8 hours on one thing and got trash?
Oh, it's happened multiple times. Yeah.
This game sounds awful.
Bubba, oh my gosh.
No, this is MMO model. This is the MMO model. It just is.
It's sad. Tragic, actually.
No.
Yeah.
See, when I'm in Red Dead and I'm on
just milking them cows.
I can go and get whatever gun I want if I want to just kill somebody for it.
You're getting some perfect pronghorn.
I'm gonna get the volcanic rifle,
the
pistols.
Yeah, the volcanic pistol. It's a good one.
Dual wield them.
Yeah, take some O'Driscolls out and you take it.
Mm-hmm. So, and I don't have to spend 8 hours on that. I just you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, and you just deal because it's late 1800s.
It happened. You just do hood rat stuff, right?
Amen.
So my hood rat stuff sometimes pays off and sometimes doesn't pay off. But. Fair. So we went on 2 things, and in these 2 specific ones, Falvo's here in the chat. He tried both of them, one with me, one with Ibsen, and I call them jump bosses. All right, a lot of people call them jump puzzles,
jump scares.
You have to literally like platform jump to different things.
Oh, I was watching the other day, and that looked it looks like you were playing Mario.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
3D first person weird. Floating Mario. And
is there a Mario mod?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Probably.
play really stressful games.
I like it. I think it's fun. And so, like when you do it properly and you get through to the end of it, it's like this amazing sense of accomplishment. Like the endorphin rush is just over 9,000. Just saying. And
dopamine floods your brain.
Yeah, and I just love it, and I love being able to play with people. Like whenever I hop on, and the Falvo or Ibsen or Rockin' Mr. Magic or all these people that get on. We're starting to play a lot more with the Moviga podcast guys. That's McDoohoo and Chill in there, and so like these guys. Classic rather. I'm sorry, I said Chill. Classic Hill. Like these guys that we get in and we play with. Like I love that. I love that people are getting excited about it, and it's a part of Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass on console anyway, you can hop in and play with us, and we're going to get good at it so that we can rush people through and, kind of remove hurdles.
You gonna go pro?
So,
you gonna go pro?
Oh, bro, what do you mean go pro?
GoPro camera.
Got him. Yeah. I'm more of a Kodak guy.
You'll be able to do it. Bubba.
Thanks, Kate. Yeah. Well, if I got my volcanic pistols, I should be fine. So
Yeah, you'll be fine. Future ones.
He doesn't even know about it.
last night I streamed for about 5.5 hours. No big deal.
I saw that.
Yeah. I'll pray for you after this.
But I was able to play through all of the Forsaken, which is one of the DLCs, play through all that story and, working on another quest. So Falv and I were working on a quest for a gun called the Ace of Spades. And so really great.
The Ace of Spades.
Yes. Absolutely. So outside of that, I watched all of a show called Zootopia on Amazon. Yes, Matt?
I think I
You're making a lot of gestures like you want to say something.
no, I'll say it at the break.
Okay. I like it.
I think I almost watched that show. It was kind of intriguing. Tell me more.
Yeah, so it's based on, I guess it's like this old I don't know if it's BBC or just like UK in general show. But this one is about like a comic called Dystopia that kind of outlined a lot of I don't know, like diseases and stuff like that. Like the Zika virus,
now
SARS,
I'm interested.
all sorts of things. And so like it was like drawn in code in the comic, and so they were waiting. This group of basically conspiracy theorists, nerds, were waiting for Zootopia to come out. So Dystopia, prequel, Utopia.
Zootopia.
Yeah.
Zootopia is the last one.
Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a prelude is really what it is.
Yeah. That's right.
And so, it's really great. And like it, it gets found. That's the first episode. And then like everything else is like interpreting it and going through, and it's real. Like it got smashed, like absolutely smashed in Rotten Tomatoes and, Siskel and Ebert and critics and like all sorts of stuff.
Like smashed in a bad way?
Bad. Like they hated it.
Okay.
And they're like, this never should have been, released as, in 2020. And I'm like, I kind of like it. Because there's
the year of our Lord. How dare they?
There's a disclaimer that like, oh, hey, this is not based on any actual events that are happening in the world today, kind of a deal.
Okay.
But like I'm going to be real with you. I liked it. It's kind of a hard one to recommend because there's a lot of triggers in it. But if you want to watch something that's different, Zootopia, give it a shot. If you
like different stuff.
If you don't like it,
I'll consider it.
You don't like it, but I had finished The Expanse and I was already in Amazon, so I was like, well, I guess I'll just kind of.
Did you finish Expanse?
I'm done, bro.
Did it end better for you?
I told this to Chris Gwaltney. Season 4 of Zootopia, season 4 of The Expanse was like peak Expanse for me. Like I think that
Really?
was the best. It was shot the best. I was the most engaged in the story of it all. For me, I think it was just peak Expanse. I cannot wait to see where they go from there. So,
really? Okay. Well, that's interesting because I did not like season 4 as much.
So Chris said the same thing, and I was like,
I thought it was a snooze for me.
I loved it, man. I liked. He said it
I'm
felt
trying
like
to ruin it.
No, you're fine. He said he felt like they had like 3 episodes worth of content that they stretched out over a season. And I said, okay, I see that, but maybe that's what made me more that's what brought me into it, is I didn't have to follow 5 million different paths.
Okay, I guess I did kind of bring it in tighter.
Yeah. I will say that I thoroughly enjoyed season 3. I thought that the concept of the ring and like all that stuff, like just so good. But season 3 and season 4 felt more like a marriage than season 1 and season 2 did.
Blah, 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 space. Blah, 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 blah.
Go watch The Expanse.
Show,
it's dope.
blah, 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 blah. Well, you guys say watch The Expanse and then you complain about it. So which is it?
Huh? I'm not complaining about
Watch
Jack.
it. Sometimes I complain about people I like. Doesn't mean I don't like them.
Yeah. And also, there's a new episode of The Mandalorian out today that I haven't watched.
Don't say
keep
one word.
your
This can we hurry this podcast up?
Shut. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing immediately when I'm done here. Is I'm going to go.
Hurry this thing up. I got to go watch that show.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Last thing.
Bubba, quickly.
Last thing. So I didn't get to play a lot of this, but I did play a little bit, and I even talked with Kate about it. I'm like, Kate, hey, you got to play this game. This is a game called Carto, Carto, by Sunhead Games, and from what I understand about this game, you start with a very limited map that you can go through, and everything about the game is about exploring more of the map and learning more of the stories and getting into different people and learning their stories and relationships. So you go and you can rearrange the map at any point.
Animal Crossing?
Going in and out of the map is part of the game. And so it's a lot like if you guys have ever played the game Carcassonne, you draw a tile out and then you have to place the tile in a place that it can go. But it's the way that it's different is that you can, once you place a tile, you can actually take that tile and then move it. So
Did you play really
any
fun.
of it?
Did
you play any of it?
It's on
Who, me?
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
That's how I played it. Yeah,
You just told me about it yesterday. No, I
would imagine you would have beaten it by now.
No, I was playing Vampire, but the little girl in that game does look like me when I wear my hair up.
Yeah,
she looks like me.
It's a great game. Legitimately, I played it for 5 minutes because I had to get in. I had to get into Destiny, but I loved it. There are games that I've played for 5 minutes. Carry on, looking at you. Let's see
how much it is.
That I didn't enjoy. I think it's $30. That I didn't enjoy, but this one. This is a good game, and it's like a chill game. I didn't see any combat or anything like that. Matt, this might be a good one for you to play.
$20
on stream.
$20.
Well, here's the thing. I don't currently have any days between now and the next time I stream that's not going to be PlayStation 5.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, then you won't be playing it.
Except Saturday, which will be Aaron and I.
Yeah.
Then you won't be playing it, so...
All right. Well, hey, let's wrap this segment up. Those are some of the games and some of the things and movies and TV shows and all sorts of stuff that we're watching. If you are watching something, let us know. If you're playing something, let us know. If you're reading a book, just keep to yourself.
Hey,
I'm busy. So
actually, I did get a Star Wars book from Amazon. I'm going to read. It's the Aftermath.
You're not going to read it. It's going to sit right there next to Sinbad.
No, I'm reading it.
This textbook.
I've read more Sinbad than you. What are you talking about? Read a lot of Sinbad.
Look, so I'm giving books a bad rap, but these are.
Is this the break, or are we talking?
No, we're still talking.
Oh, okay, sorry.
These are the books that I have. I've got 4 leadership books that we're reading, Chris and I, for LTN. So. Well,
look at this. This one tells you about when you put puffs of air in a rabbit's eye.
Oh yeah, well look at this. This is a little Lego person that my son made me. So
I got Power Rangers.
Oh man, well hey, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about the best games of this console generation. That's gonna be PS4 and Xbox, and I guess we can even toss in Nintendo. Why not?
We could
lump the Switch
I wasn't
in there.
going to.
So stick around, and we'll come back and have that conversation right here on the FreePlay podcast.
This is Mo from the Back Row Morning Show, and I've got your 5 random facts. In 2006, a Coca-Cola employee offered to sell Coke Secrets to Pepsi. Pepsi responded by notifying Coca-Cola. Hershey's Kisses are named after the kissing sound the deposited chocolate makes as it falls from the machine onto the conveyor belt. If you cut down a cactus in Arizona, you'll be penalized up to 25 years in jail. The first movie to ever put out a motion picture soundtrack was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And fruit stickers are edible, though the same with any fruit, washing prior to eating is recommended. The glue used for them is in fact regulated by the FDA. For more random facts and hilarious nonsense, tune in to the Back Row Morning Show Monday through Thursday at 7 a.m. Central with an encore at 9.
Welcome back to the Free Play Podcast. My name's Bubba, and I'm joined with Kate and Matt, and we are talking today on episode 108 about the best games of this generation. So we are currently sitting on what the world is calling, and by the world I mean me just a little bit ago, Console Eve. All right, so we've got a new wave of consoles that are coming out. the Xbox Series X, which Jaboy is crazy excited about, and the PlayStation 5, which Chaboy is crazy excited about.
Who's that?
That's you.
No, it's me, actually. I'm Chaboy.
No, Kate is Jagirl, and Jagirl is just going to be playing old and busted PS4 Pro and a 4K TV.
Living the dream.
Like some kind of monster. So before we move on to the next life of consoles, and that's what our show next week is going to be all about, is Matt will have had some time with the PS5, I will have had some time with the Xbox Series X, and Kate will have been playing Red Dead. And so
you can convince me as to like which I should get if I'm gonna get one.
Kate, the answer is the PlayStation 5. Like that's
I
the
know.
ecosystem
I would never ever get a Xbox.
You
I just wouldn't.
You wouldn't cheat on Sony like that. Not when they specifically ask you not to.
Exactly.
So here's the deal. We want to talk about the games that were the best games of this generation. And man, the time frame goes way back.
Yes, it does.
Like way back. So let's go ahead and kick it off. What are some of the softballs, best games of this generation?
like easy ones?
Easy. I mean, just like no-brainers. Basically, everybody agrees on this kind of a deal.
God of War.
Yeah.
Red Dead.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2.
Basically anything that got a game of the year, you know.
Yeah, I'd say
Breath of the
Horizon
Wild.
Zero Dawn.
Are we saying Nintendo games? I feel like Nintendo will still be its current.
They're a current gen.
Current.
You can't say it.
They're not
Bubba.
going to.
No, you can't say it because
I don't think so.
where is the new Nintendo console then that's going to be next generation right now? There isn't one. We're only talking about Xbox and PlayStation.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. There's another topic. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo had a Switch Pro or something along those
But
lines.
not today.
So you want to keep Nintendo out of it.
Today.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to keep Nintendo out of it.
You want to stick it to the man. You want to make sure that they know how to get on the release schedule here.
No, we're just going based on facts.
Okay,
right, Matt?
well,
just straight facts. Yeah,
Nintendo. I know you're listening. I want you to just mark this down. I tried to include you, and Kate and Matt said, "Nope."
Fine. They'll say, "You know what, Bubba? You're right because we don't have anything coming out today like the others." So
yeeted you out of here. So, okay. Well, fine then. Let's just go. Let's start with PlayStation stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know any Xbox stuff. That's not my domain, so...
So, God of War, obvi.
God of War 2018.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2017. Red Dead 2 2018.
Will you slow down a little bit? My brain's not going that fast.
No, you already know all of those.
Matt doesn't think in years.
I would include Spider-Man.
Oh, absolutely.
I would include Spider-Man. I would include...
Yep.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt for sure.
Absolutely.
And if anybody asks what are the best DLCs for this generation of console, I would also say the Witcher's 2 DLCs. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Uncharted, yeah.
Can I say any games?
You can. You can. I'm doing my list. I have it written right here.
I am not looking at the list.
No, because I didn't put it on the document. This is my secret list so that you couldn't copy me. One that you might be surprised to know that I would nominate for this is Overwatch.
Okay. Why? But
I think that's fine.
Why would you put it on the list?
I did play it for about 6 months. Not hardcore, but I'd play it.
Oh, you're a watchy, were you?
I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'd play it a couple times a week.
You're ovary, huh?
And I think, yeah, that's it exactly.
No, we're not gonna.
That is it.
Redacted.
Right there. That's it. You are right in that. But I felt like it was a unique take on a shooter that hadn't happened in a while. You know, it was enough to get me intrigued in it, and I don't play.
That one tickled me.
I don't play shooters.
Yeah.
So for me to play Overwatch, I was intrigued by a clip that someone shared on Twitter that I got it, and I thought it was a really interesting, fun, different.
It was fun
experience.
I mean, I played Overwatch. I enjoyed Overwatch.
I mean, it's no Destiny for you. But,
no, it's not.
But
and here's why: because I don't think that it had the replayability. I think that you just kind of get into the same, and you can say this about any game. But I think it's just like, I'm going to move this car down this road. Okay.
guess you could, if you look at it that way.
They did add stuff. They added people. They kind of added more of a story.
It does not have some of the stuff that Destiny has.
Yeah.
I will say that. The little animated shorts they made for it were really cool, though.
Yeah, those are great.
But it did define a genre though, and so like I do like it on this list, and I think it not only defined the hero shooter genre, and I think kind of like catapulted it really, if you think about it.
I think so too.
But also they were able to start their own Overwatch league, and so like
yeah.
It just, whether it's my favorite game or not, like it just deserves to be on this list.
Exactly. Like it's not my favorite game of all time, but it should be on the list. Sorry, Matt. Go right ahead.
I was gonna say it just kind of propelled like that style of game forward even more. Like I think esports kind of blew up around it, and like you can see how many games kind of.
Dude, you would not have Apex Legends without Overwatch.
Right.
It kicked off that whole thing.
People are crazy for Apex. So.
Yep, I agree. Did you play Persona 5, Kate?
That's the one that I tried and I just couldn't get into it. I had like 11 hours into it and I just could not do it.
Persona
I'm sorry,
non grata.
everyone. Yeah. I really did try my best. It just didn't click for me.
Would you all consider Minecraft in this current generation? When did Minecraft debut? Is that PlayStation 3?
Wasn't that primarily a PC game?
Yeah.
So because I don't know.
Minecraft?
If it was primarily on PC and it's just ported to these other places, then is it? That's like saying The Last of Us is one of the best games of PlayStation 4 because it's remastered. Like
no, I don't want to count remastered games, but like Minecraft is a timeless game. There's a reason they haven't come out with Minecraft 2.
Minecraft again.
Yeah. Minecraft as well. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's going anywhere, but I would maybe count it as this generation. Like it's going to continue and people are going to keep playing it. I mean, people are still playing that game and they're still making stuff.
Did I play Minecraft on Xbox 360? I cannot remember if I did or not.
That's what I'm wondering if it was 360 or.
I don't know.
We'll let the chat decide. Yeah. But it most certainly did start out on PC. It was 360. Okay, sorry. Yeet. Get out of here.
Ye did.
Yep. What else? What are some of the other good games of this generation? You guys haven't said Red Dead 2 yet, and I don't.
We
fully
already
understand.
did. We said at the very top.
Let's say it again.
Okay, Red Dead 2. Matt, I have a question for you. Do you think, and I'm not asking Bubba this question because he didn't do jack squat.
Yeah, Bubba, go to the bathroom or something. Yeah,
so,
go to the bathroom.
I'm going right now, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, is it on this list?
I would say yes.
I have it on the list, but like a space down, so it's a little bit separated because I can't.
I think it's really new.
Yeah.
And I think that, I mean, it's been out, 4 months maybe?
Ish.
But I think it is almost an instant classic game that I think future generations will enjoy. I would not be surprised if we see like a remastered one come out or like a re-released PlayStation 5 version, or if they do an update and make it more better.
Because
PlayStation 5.
There is some parts of that game that just seem like, man, this is copy and paste, like Assassin's Creed-esque gameplay here. But there's so much that's unique about that game. Like some of the Fox stuff, some of the the way that they incorporated some of these tried and true RPG things into a new kind of skin was really nice. So
yeah,
okay,
I will include it in the list. Jedi Fallen Order. I think that game is
no.
You don't think it's one of the best? You don't think it's one of the best of this generation?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm asking Bubba then.
Oh,
I liked it. I mean, I think that it's probably. I mean, we didn't really get a whole lot of great Star Wars games in this generation, so it's kind of a low bar to get over.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like Battlefront 2, meh. I mean, like
if you're yearning for a Star Wars game on the list, then I guess you could put it on because there was nothing else.
Yeah.
It just didn't like.
I feel like I would put Fallen Order, and I would tentatively put Battlefront 2.
Would you really?
I think that game, if you
Unlike
you love Star
best
Wars
games, you would put
Not just best Star Wars games,
not
but best
not
games.
just a list of games that
Oh,
came
he's
out.
cleaning the glasses. He's cleaning the
I know.
glasses.
This is it.
Okay.
Let me get serious here. I think that game is underrated, and it got a bad rap because EA did not initially put it out well. Like when it came out, there was that whole debacle about you had to pay money to get certain heroes, and you might not even get them, and but they've since that's not the case any longer.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of an entry level. Like you can play the game, and you earn these heroes as you play the game. I think it honestly it is a fun game to play, and if you like first person shooters, or it is fun. I would put it. Man, it's tough. It's tough. I don't compare it to God of War or Red Dead. But I think as far as it is a fun game. I would not, if someone put it on their list, I would not be like, you're stupid.
Right.
You must really enjoy it. That's fine.
Right.
It is a good game.
You can play you can play it third person
underrated.
or first person. I think it has the option to do either or.
Right. It's both and.
So kind of moving a little bit into kind of the overlapping area. Fallout 4, I think is one of the best games of its kind of genre, like an RPG, that has been released. And I know that game, to me, I don't think that game was nearly as good as Fallout 3. And there are other people that just said, "Hey, all of the Fallout games are trash." And if you can't get into it, then you can't get into it. So the Fallout games that we've had this generation are Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. And Fallout 76 not really doing as well as Fallout 4 did, but Fallout 4, I legitimately remember, Matt, I think you were there. We were sitting in Ventura, and we were watching the E3 press coverage. I think we were even there that year. We were, because I remember going to it. And when they announced it, I threw my wallet at the TV. And I forgot to even ask my wife, and I just ordered the Pip-Boy and the whole 9 yard. I just went all the way in for it. And
you had a mental lapse there for a little while. You're getting some weird walking.
He had
sleep.
a seizure, so
I did.
Walking sleep coma.
That was when you could actually pre-order things and get them without having to, fight off a horde of zombies, rather. And a zord of zombies. And so that, I mean, honestly, it still is. It's a game that holds up pretty well. And if you don't play it, who's going to help Preston with the settlements? That's
that's kind of one of the cool things about the PlayStation 5. If you have a PlayStation Plus membership, you get access to just a ton of PlayStation 4 games. They're just available day one. So, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Fallout 4 was good. That's one that I played. I spent a good amount of time in that one.
It was good.
Yeah. I didn't finish it because...
Of course, you didn't finish it.
Listen, Linda, listen. I didn't finish it because of the Minecraft aspect of it. They're like, "Oh, hey, you want to build a house?"
Oh, I didn't.
But you don't have to do that,
I
Bubba.
know, but I did anyway.
I cleaned up my town. I picked up all the old trees that were broken down so people would walk better, but I didn't build any buildings.
I started to get really into it, and I was talking to somebody from church, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I put it this mod on there so I could have unlimited money so I could build a nice house for my people." And he was like, "You're cheating. You're cheating, and your settlements are trash."
Train.
Said my settlements are trash.
Yeah.
So didn't even look at them.
I would like to finish Fallout 4 because I just really enjoyed that game. I know the ending, I know everything about it and all that stuff, but I think it would still be a good playthrough. And it's the kind of game where you could play it a billion times and it'll be different every time that you play it. So, I don't know. I think that's one for me. And obviously I would put Destiny 2 on this list.
Of course.
Well,
I'm not going to fight you on that one either. I do think it's a good addition. It has been the defining.
So I think that we're going to, next year, our next console generation, when we have this, conversation, probably when we're 80, which I think is when the next generation of consoles might come out.
Well, you guys will be 80. I'll be still young.
You'll be 15. Yeah. Carry the two.
That math checks out.
We're starting to see more and more like I'm like going through my mind. I'm thinking, where's GTA 5? Was that a 360 game? I don't think that it was. It was. So that game, if it was a 360 or PS3 game, that game was in that generation. It's in this generation, and it's already slotted to be in the next generation of games.
Well,
and that's how kind of Destiny 2 is working right now, with Beyond Light basically being Destiny 3, but not being Destiny 3. Like, it's blurring all kinds of lines. Everybody's saying that it was. Like, why make a new game when you can just keep doing it? And so, like, I'm not mad at that, honestly. It's not the Madden model where it's like, or the Call of Duty model. You know, it's like, hey, it
originally came out 2013 for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Look at the calendar. It's
well, and I would almost
new game
say
o'clock.
the same thing about Skyrim. Like, Skyrim was a former generation game that has now moved forward, and people still want to play it. People still talking about it. There is hopes of a new one coming eventually here.
I think they've already started development on.
I would not be surprised if Skyrim was remastered and placed
remastered.
Again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have we missed anything? Should I go to the
I know that we have missed stuff. People are asking, what are you thinking about? I'm not thinking about anything. I'm looking at my like physical game shelf over here of things that I have, and I actually don't have a whole lot of physical games. But like some of the stuff, like we didn't talk about. I don't have it, but Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne has to be on this list. It absolutely has to be.
Yeah, it was a
know
genre-defining game.
I did not say The Last of Us 2, and there's a reason for that, and I think that it just wasn't as good of a game as the first one.
Yeah.
I think that just because it's a big Naughty Dog release and it looks really cool on the PlayStation 4, it doesn't mean that it should be on the list of best games of this generation. Like, of course it looked great. It came out this year.
I would play it.
With like a rush release. You would play it if you had finished the first one and it would make more sense to you. But like, I just don't get like best of the generation of all time like I do with the first Last of Us game.
Yeah.
With this.
I think that there's a lot more controversy around Last of Us 2 than there was excitement around Last of Us 1.
Yes.
And so I think that's what happens when you have people that are already invested in an ongoing story, and then the people that are actually writing the story write it differently than you would have written it yourself. So
the experience of it is not like one of joy.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's just a hard experience to go through, and it's like, why would I say that that's one of the best games? You know,
why not? Like, YOLO.
When I'm miserable going through it, like.
Same.
Hey, I'm going to list some games here from the community.
Please.
And I definitely have seen the God of War, Uncharted, Destinies, Fallout. Those are on there. Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oranges.
Kate, no.
I know. I'm thinking.
In here, okay?
No, I'm thinking about it.
Over Odyssey?
Not for me. Not for me.
Rise of the Tomb Raider. Titanfall.
Spider-Man.
Forgot
Horizon
about that
Zero
one.
Dawn. Final Fantasy VII Remake?
There were... it's
maybe
different enough. It's different enough.
Division 2?
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that.
Persona, Red Dead. How about Halo Master Chief Collection?
See, I don't think that it's fair for us to add in...
Old
I think
games that have been remastered.
If you're going to add one from the Halo, it would have to be Halo 5. Because that's the one that released this generation.
How about Deus Ex?
Deus Ex?
Mankind Divided. Deus Ex. Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Never changed. Oh, hey, how about Line? Detroit.
Stardew Valley.
Detroit, Become Human.
No.
You didn't like it?
I liked it,
I would put that in the same category as Battlefront 2. It was good.
It's like maybe if you like that style of game, but I mean, they were doing the same thing. It's another one of those looked really great.
Yeah.
Revamped a PlayStation 3 type thing for a PlayStation 4 looked great. I don't know.
I kind of I have that in the same basic category as I do like Resident Evil 7 and also Death Stranding. Like it was supposed to be just boom, explosion, awesome, great. And it was like not quite what we expected. Didn't quite hit the mark.
We didn't mention NHL 20.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
That's for sure.
That's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am kind of running out of games here that I thought were best of all time.
Well,
I'm trying to think of if there was like some like really like amazing indie titles that were just like that game. Oh, you know what I would put on there? I'd put Hypnospace Outlaw on that list. Because
I didn't play it, but I
thought it was revolutionary enough in a concept for a game, and they just came out with another DLC. Everybody keeps saying Ori, the Ori games. I've not played any of the Ori games. I'm so sorry. I know we all get our nerd card revoked, but it's not because we don't want to. I actually told Matt he should play it, and he was like, "That game, never in a million years."
I downloaded it.
Oh, okay, good. He actually didn't say that.
Yeah.
But like, here's my deal: is like if I'm gonna play a platformer, I'm gonna sit down and play a platformer. Probably the first game I will play is Dead Cells. Mario. Or I'll play Messenger or something like that, which again, I think that those are games that could be on this list as well. There's just so many, like when we're talking about the greatest games of this generation, it's really hard to look at like really small games that don't give you a massive experience and put them up against Spider-Man or God of War or like, these other games.
It's just too different. Like,
you'll notice I didn't put a Call of Duty game on this list.
No, me either.
They released several of them, and I just don't think that any of them really like. Even Warzone, like I'm just like there are still people that play that game professionally.
The only good Warzone was WWF Warzone.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Have to put in your Street Fighter controls just to play the dang game.
Somebody mentioned Assassin's Creed Origins in the thing, and it's like, if I had to pick an Assassin's Creed game that was the best, I would pick Odyssey, but that would be for just my personal, for fun list. I don't know if I would pick that game as the best of a generation overall.
I might.
It's the best Assassin's Creed for sure, but in my opinion,
I really like Black Flag. I thought Syndicate was dope. Like, I mean, I
know those were, Syndicate
was this generation. See, it gets
different,
really tough.
It's two different types of Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I think they even had like a Jack the Ripper DLC or something like that.
Yeah, they
for Syndicate.
did. I wanted that, but I actually just didn't get around to it.
So good. I don't know. Hey, you guys have a lot of really, classically terrible for sure. You guys have a lot of really good ideas, and I think that that's the beauty of this is that like. Our list, my list, doesn't have to be anybody's list. Kate can have her own, whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, this is very subjective. What did you click with? What was good for you? And think about that going forward. We try because this is a job for us. This is something that we have to do to stay entertaining. And that's why we're always asking, what are you guys playing? To try and find new things. But a good way to stretch yourself as a gamer is to try and play things that you're not normally playing. So if you absolutely hate this kind of game, maybe go try the newest iteration of that kind of game. If you don't like platformers, go and try Ori or something like that and see if you like it. It might change your mind on that genre because the industry's always moving forward, just constantly. Untitled Goose Game, yes.
I was gonna say Celeste.
Oh, Celeste, yeah.
I wasn't sure if that
a lot of people like that one.
Oh, Celeste is this
came out on all the stuff.
Switch?
Yeah, Celeste is this generation for sure.
Well, it wasn't the Switch for sure. I'm trying to think of where else
you can play it on Xbox, you can play it on PS4, play it on PC.
Yeah.
It's not just a Switch only game. So
right.
And again, we didn't add any of the Nintendo stuff because
that's a different story.
It is a different story.
Still current gen, I guess. So
it is though.
Well, hey, continue to let us know what it is that you guys are playing, and, sway us in the direction. We want to hear, go find that post that Matt put out there. Let us know on this podcast page or this episode post or wherever you find us. What are your favorite games? Maybe give us your top 5 if you can do that. We didn't even talk about Control. We didn't talk about Quantum Break.
I thought about Control.
There's
but
too many games.
There's just so many.
I know. We'd have to really break down the list into genres.
Yeah.
To get it really on point.
Man. So anyway, just let us know. Hit us up on Twitter at FreePlay Podcast. That is going to do it for this episode of the FreePlay Podcast, episode 108. Be sure to check us out on SoundCloud, iTunes. I guess it's not iTunes anymore. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher,
same thing.
Google Play. I don't even know if it's Google Play anymore. Google Podcasts. On the internet. Wherever you find us on the internet, just do that. You can also check us out now on LTN Radio at ltnonair.com. This episode, when does it air? Wednesdays? Yeah.
Wednesdays on LTN.
Wednesdays on LTN Radio, and then you will be able to get it on podcast syndicated the next day, Thursdays. And then Friday, it's just free play. Wednesday, Thursday,
Everything
Friday.
coming up free play.
Absolutely.
That's how we like it.
And then live here Fridays, 3 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/lovethynerd. And you can be a part of the chat and do all sorts of stuff. This is the place to be. Also, you can find Love Thy Nerd on Facebook. That's the thing people do, right?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm pretty sure it is.
We just love Facebook. Facebook's our favorite.
Just love them nerds.
Yep.
Love they nerds.
We're not being sarcastic at all, but you can go and find us there. We've got a Facebook group, Love Thy Nerd Community. It's just growing and growing and growing. A lot of memes. The memes.
A lot of memes.
Your boy is reading memes all the time. You can go and hang out there, or you can find us on Facebook proper just by looking for Love Thy Nerd. Make sure you go and like it. We like it when you like it. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Love Thy Nerd. And as always, be sure to follow the FreePlay Podcast on Twitter at FreePlay Podcast. Hey, once again, I'm Bubba Stallcup.
Once again, I'm Matt Warmbier.
Once again, I'm Kate Katawaki.
Shoot.
And once again, for the first time, for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, we'll catch you next week, where we're going to be talking all about the brand new consoles. Man, make sure that you get in and be a part of that. And also, you're going to want to sub on Twitch, so you can get yourself a almost barely, might as well be free Series X, or at least a chance to win it.
Yes.
Sure.
But, hey, if no one else tells you this, just remember it's true. Jesus loves you, nerd.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
Swing!